BookTube, my name's Nadine and welcome to another super organised video here at my channel. So it's a little bit late, but here is my Christmas Evil Readathon TBR. So celebrating horror during Christmas. This readathon is being hosted by 5 fabulous booktubers. I will link all of their announcement videos down below because my memory is awful. And yeah, I would hate to forget anybody. So here we go. There are 9 prompts and a group read for this one. So we will see how far I get in these. So reading prompts, the first one, Black Christmas. Read a book that features black magic or the occult. And for this, I didn't decide anything. As I said, perfectly organised. This one. I would like to read Little Sister Death by William Gay. I have had this book for years after seeing a booktuber, I can't even remember who, mention it. It was probably 5-6 years ago. I think it was before I started making videos. So yeah, this has been on my shelf for a long time. And although it's a haunted house story, so I was originally going to count it for that prompt, it is based on the legend of the Bell Witch. So I think I will use it for black magic and occult. I don't know tons about it. I think it's about a writer who is struggling with his work and takes his family to this remote home. And from there, things start to go terribly wrong. So yeah, that one for that. So number 2, Krampus. Read a creature feature or a book with a monster. So I have been searching through my Kindle because I tend to buy tons of Kindle books when they're on offers and then I forget that I have them. And I'm going to try and read some. So I have chosen Video Night by Adam Caesar, I'm not sure. And it says, who knows more about fighting a monster invasion than a group of teenage horror fans? Billy Ryle is smart, adept at Nintendo, and has a killer hi-fi setup. Life is good, but he has no idea that an alien life form has infected his town, a creature that overtakes and transforms its host. It could be inside anyone, a classmate, a pizza delivery man, even the girl next door. When Billy's weekly movie night is crashed by the otherworldly menace, he and his best friend and their dates will have to summon their courage and call upon all their horror movie knowledge if they're going to make it through video night alive. So that sounds like loads of fun. And I don't think it's a massive read either, 248 pages according to Goodreads. So I am trying to pick things that aren't too long. So number 3, A Christmas Carol. Read a book with a ghost or haunting of some kind. So obviously this can count for that as well. So I may well end up doubling up. But another book that I've had on my shelves for years is this one, The Upstairs Room by Kate Murray Brown. I heard that this was really good, and I think it's about a couple who like scrimp and save to get their first place, to get on their property ladder, and it's like a run-of-the-mill house. It's not one of these remote old farmsteads or big sprawling mansions. It's just like a terraced house. And it is freaking haunted. So yeah, I've heard that it's really good. So I'm hoping to finally get to that one. Next, a gifted book, a book that you've gotten as a gift. So last week I was given this book, so I would like to read it. It was already on my wish list, so I'm really thrilled at getting it. And that is The Mad Women's Ball by Victoria Mass. So this says, the Salpêtrière Asylum, 1885. All of Paris is enthralled to Dr. Charcot and his displays of hypnotism on women who have been deemed mad or hysterical. But the truth is more complicated. These women are often inconvenient, unwanted wives or strong-willed daughters. Once a year, a grand event is held, the Mad Women's Ball. For the Parisian elite, it is the highlight of the social season. For the women themselves, it is a rare moment of hope. Genevieve is a senior nurse who has placed her faith in Dr. Charcot and his new science. But everything changes when she meets Eugenie, the daughter of a bourgeois family. For Eugenie has a secret, and she needs Genevieve's help. Their fates will collide on the night of the Mad Women's Ball. Again, it's not a huge read. I've heard pretty good things about it, and yeah, it really appeals to me. So a lovely cover as well. And next, gosh, stuff coming up. Mood read. Read whatever you're in the mood for. So this book keeps going on my TBR table every month, and surely some month I'm actually going to pick it up, and that is The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I've had this book for years. I've had the film for years. I have done nothing with either of them. So surely this time I will committing. I can do this. Next, Sleigh Bells. Read a slasher. Now, what did I choose for that? I can't remember. Based purely on the title. It was in my Kindle, Slashing Through the Snow. That's got to be a slasher, surely. Who's it by? Jacqueline Frost, maybe? Oh, so it looks like it might be more of a cozy, actually. But yeah, Slashing Through the Snow. Reindeer Games Christmas Tree Farm is going into the B&B business, and Holly White is looking forward to her new role as innkeeper. I'm not sure it's this one I've got. Mistletoe Maine's sheriff, Evan Gray, has deputised his little sister Libby to help Holly wrap presents for Mistletoe's toy drive, but a cold wind ruffles the cheery holiday decorations when a new guest checks in, Karen, a vicious B&B critic, who could make or break the new inn, and the short December days turn even darker when Evan and Libby find Karen's dead body in the gift-wrapped toy donation box. So yeah, that sounds like it could be fun. Not quite a slasher, but it could be fun. Next, Winter Wonderland. Read a book set in the winter. And for that, I have chosen The Santa Claus Murder by Mavis Doriel Hay. It's one of the British Crime Library classics. And I've been hearing lately tons of good things about this. So I think this is about this family hires a Santa Claus to come to their home, and he winds up murdered, and it's a whodunit. It's a festive whodunit. And yeah, sounds like fun. As I said, I've been hearing tons of good things about that one. And then finally, a middle grade. Well, no, not finally. Not finally a middle grade, Nadine. Next, a middle grade though. So Santa's Little Helper. Read a middle grade book. For that, I have chosen The Wolf Wilder by Catherine Rundell. Again, it's been on my shelf for a long time. So I'm going to read it. I don't know what it's about though, and it doesn't really tell me on the back. It just says, once upon a time, 100 years ago, there was a dark and stormy girl. Her name was Theodora. This is her story. I knew what it was about when I bought it, but that was a long time ago, and yeah, I'm getting old. And then finally, Reindeer Ride. Read a translated book or a book written by a non-US author. And for that, I have chosen, again on my Kindle, The Vessel by Adam Neville. I own several books by Adam Neville, and I've read none of them, so I really do need to actually start reading my books. And so yeah, I've been hearing good things about this one also, and it's kind of like a folk horror about this woman who she goes to work as a carer, I think, for this old lady, and this old lady is really viciously nasty, horrible, and yeah, it seems like there's something else going on, that she's not just a mad old woman, but actually there's something else there. That's probably explained really badly. As usual, I try not to know too much about books before I read them because it kind of spoils the surprise for me a bit. I like to discover the story as I'm reading it. But yeah, so there's that one. And then finally there was the group read, which I might start today, which is called Autumn Bleeds into Winter, and that's by Jeff Strand. So that is my Christmas Evil TBR, short and sweet. And yeah, let me know if you're going to be reading anything for the Christmas Evil Readathon. There are tons of readathons going on though in December. It was really, really difficult to pick. And you know me, I want to do all of them, but you know, I can barely manage one sometimes. So, and December is so busy, so busy. So yeah, that is my TBR. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.